that the main thing you have to do to survive and to stay in power is to deliver the one thing that the people of China want: prosperity, economic growth. Where do you think climate change ranks on Xi Jinping's list of priorities? A third of all children who live in extreme poverty in the world live in India.
India.
That means they are starving and dying of preventable disease. Now, about 15 months ago, my wife got pregnant. Not me, because we're old school.
That's phenomenal. Hit the gender people, folks. That's where you go. Go after the transgender community. Bingo. Check and mate. We're old school. Oh, Konstantin. Fantastic. Let's continue.
And for 9 months, we talked about what our boy would look like, what he might do when he grows up. We looked at baby scans and videos on YouTube about what the fetus looks like at 9 months and 12 months and 20 months. And eventually he was born. And he is this cute little bundle of joy. He's cuter than about 80% of puppies, right? Now, if you said to me that I had a choice, either my son had a serious risk of starving or dying from a preventable disease in the next year, or I could press a button and he would live. He would go to school. He would bring his first girlfriend home. He'd go to university and graduate and become a woke idiot. And then he'd get a job and get married and have children and become a man. But all I have to do is press this button. And for every day of my son's life, a giant plume of CO2 is going to get released into the atmosphere. Now, you're all very young, and most of you are not parents. Let me tell you something. There is not a parent in the world who would not smash that button so hard their hand bled.
Again, how many times does this guy have to win the chessboard here? Check and mate, check and mate, check and mate. Just said, 2 choices. 1, have a disease and die within a year. Or 2, live an unbelievably beautiful life, your child. But for every day of his life, he's going to have an unbelievable amount of a CO2 imprint on the world. Which button are you going to start smashing? It's going to be that one, folks. And you can't lie to me. If you say it's the other one, you're an absolute liar, or you're a delusional lunatic that doesn't deserve to have kids. Let's continue. Need I say any more?
You are not going to get these people to stay poor. You're not even going to get them to not want to be richer. And so, I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one thing we can do in this country to stop climate change. And that is to make scientific and technological breakthroughs that will create the clean energy that is not only clean, but also cheap. No, thank you. And I want everyone to get home on time today, which is not going to happen. And the only thing that wokeness has to offer in exchange is to brainwash bright young minds like you to believe that you are victims, to believe that you have no agency, to believe that what you must do to improve the world is to complain, is to protest, is to throw soup on paintings. And we on this side of the house are not on this side of the house because we do not wish to improve the world. We sit on this side of the house because we know that the way to improve the world is to work, is to create, it is to build. And the problem with woke culture is that it's trained too many young minds like yours to forget about that. Thank you.
And there you have it, folks. There you have it. I mean, he just was an absolutely unbelievable point-on speech. He literally used comedy, He used empathy. He used unbelievable, vivid, lifelike examples to bring about the story and basically say to everybody, hey, look, okay, fine, let's just take it that I'll be on your side for climate change and climate justice and all the stuff that you're saying. And like you said, points, if it's just Great Britain, 2% of the problem, Great Britain slides in the ocean, hey, we're just a minuscule part of it. What about the rest of it? And then going on to basically say that this is what's going on. It is easy to say all these things, but are you really going to do exactly what it needs to be done? And if we do it, how do we get other people to do it? And then the example of having a child and having a choice between not having a child dying or a child living for a beautiful, productive, long life. But at the same time, he's going to have an unbelievable carbon footprint. Which one are you going to choose? So of course you're going to choose the latter. And then basically bringing it back and saying to these woke social justice warriors, at least those are the ones that are willing to listen. They're willing to have the diversity of thought being expressed instead of trying to shut it down at every juncture, every single time. And that they're the only ones who are right. And if you don't go along with them, then you're a fascist, you're on the right, you're Hitler, you're all these kind of things or whatever. He basically is saying, look, you're not going to get the rest of the world to do this because they want to become like you. They want to become like Great Britain. They want to have the same standard of living. The people in China, the people in Asia, the people in India, the people around the world that are in these poor third world, fourth world, fifth world, sixth world, 10th world, 100th world countries. You're not going to get them to say, you know what, I don't want, what are you talking about? I want energy. I want prosperity. I want money. I want to climb the social ladder. I want more than just this. I want more than just burning crap in my house, burning dung in my tent. We want more. We want what you have. We want to be a first world power. That's what everybody else is wanting to do. Why do you think everybody wants to come to the West? Why is the entire world, why do most of the people in the world, why do they want to come to America? Why? Because they know once you get here, if you work hard enough, you will succeed. You have an opportunity here. You have an opportunity in democratic countries in the West. That's what it's all about. I love this speech, folks. I really, really did. I really like to do the reaction to this too as well. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you. And excuse me. Anyways, listen, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. We got so many other videos out there. Like, share, and follow us. Hit that notification bell. And you've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your guest host today. My name is Dr. Nasir. I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. See you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.